We're continuing a project where we're making teddy bears to donate to Primary Children's Hospital.
So this is a fast finisher project because they've done their final project.
Exactly.
They're diving in and helping out here. That's really cool.
Kids aren't as exposed to sewing as they used to be. I was born in the 70s and my mom made our clothes.
Hello and welcome to the Supercast. I'm your host, Superintendent Anthony Godfrey. It is a class at Fort Herriman Middle School which is sowing seeds of success, kindness, and caring for some incredible students. On this episode of the Supercast, we take you inside a sewing class to experience firsthand some very talented students making teddy bears which will bring comfort to countless children in area hospitals. Find out how this class is teaching life skills and so much more. We are here with Julie Beard at Fort Herriman Middle School, and we've been meaning to come back for a long time. We were here before for an episode about cosplay and another teacher and the sewing that kids have done to make that possible. But today we're here to talk about a very different project. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming back. We love having you. So today, a bunch of the kids have finished their final project. So we're continuing a project where we're making teddy bears to donate to Primary Children's Hospital. Just for the kids that when they go to the hospital, they're sick or hurt, need something to comfort them. So other people donate toys, new toys, and they will accept, as long as it's new, they will accept like the little teddy bears. So I have a little assembly line going with about 7 girls that they were the fast finishers of their final project. So the boys are great, but they aren't as fast as the girls. so I have a few that I'd love for you to meet, but they're joyfully helping make these bears just because they love to be helpful, but also for the kids.
So this is a fast finisher project because they've done their final project.
Exactly.
They're diving in and helping out here. That's really cool.
It is.
Now I will say, I was also slow in my sewing class in 8th grade, but I absolutely loved it. And last time we were here, I think I mentioned it to you.
Yeah.
I made a golf shirt that I was very proud of with all of the...
Do you still have it?
I really meant to look for it.
Yeah.
If I find it, I'm going to come show it to you.
To see.
Because the thing I remember, and it's funny that I still remember this, tell me if this is right, it was the material, we had to stretch it as we sewed.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the material, but it was kind of stretchy
It's knit.
material.
Yeah,
it was knit,
it's called knit.
So we pulled it.
It's
and
a challenge to sew on. I'm surprised your teacher even let you try and sew on knit.
Well, I was very advanced, Julie.
Yeah,
I mean, it was,
8th grade, wow.
There were buttons, there was a collar.
Wow.
It was kind of a big deal.
Kids aren't as exposed to sewing as they used to be, probably back in your time, my time.
The
my mom had a sewing
1900s,
machine.
you can say it. Yes.
I was born in the 70s, and my mom made our clothes.
Yeah.
But by the 80s, about 90% of all clothing was shipped overseas to make. So it got to be so much cheaper to just buy clothes in a store, like Kmart or something, that my mom gave up sewing. So I never really learned till I got to middle school. And then once I got my teaching certificate, I realized this is what I really love to do. It's fun to see the little light bulb turn on in their face because it is kind of a rare skill. It's fun to see them figure it out.
Was it during your certification as a teacher that you decided, this is really what I want to do?
Yeah.
So it kind of lit a spark, and I love seeing this because, like you said, it is a skill that is fading.
Yeah.
Not enough people have the ability to do this.
And it's problem solving at its best. And it's intricate too because it's not what you think. Like right sides together is like sewing 101, but it's not logical to think you turn things inside out to sew them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. You would think you would align it so that both of the right sides are going the same way instead of facing each other. Yeah.
There's a few things that are just a little bit tricky that help challenge their minds. So I think it's a really fun skill.
And the hands-on learning is something they look forward to in the day, I'm sure.
They love it.
Yeah.
The 7th graders just beg to sew. And I save it for the end of the quarter because I have a new group each quarter because they look forward to it so much. I'm like, no, you have to wait for that.
You have to earn it.
Yeah.
You have to earn it. That's really cool. And you must see, it must be very rewarding to have them come in and start knowing nothing and
Right.
just see how far and how fast
Yeah.
they can advance.
I just
Because,
got chills.
I mean, as a language arts teacher, they all know English, they know how to speak and read
Yeah.
and write, and we
Yeah.
hope to improve those
It's just
skills.
hard to see
But
that
you're taking them from zero.
transition. Yeah.
Tell me about how that feels.
It feels amazing. Yeah, you totally nailed it because they know nothing. And day one, we learn the parts, but then they get to sew on a paper that has shapes. So they just get to see the way the needle goes up and down and up and down, and just to get familiar with how a sewing machine works.
Yeah.
And then the next day we learn threading, and then the next day we learn to sew on scraps, and then the next day they get to do a pillow. So by the end of the week or two, they have something they created themselves, so
Yeah.
it's really awesome.
Tell me about the offerings that are available here. So if there's a student who's really interested in sewing, they start out in 7th grade with
Yep.
those exploratory classes. So
Yep.
tell me about, if you start in 7th grade and you really love sewing, what's available to you here?
Yeah, so 8th grade, I teach all 3 grades sewing.
Yeah.
So 7th is just CCA, which is required,
Right.
and like you said, exploratory. 8th grade, it's an elective. So if they did like it, they can sign up for FACS A. We just split it up actually a couple years ago. Some places in the district still do it as one semester class. But we split it up so they can have more time sewing. So Mrs. Grant teaches the B portion of FACS. I teach the A portion. I remember it because B is baking. A is like, I always think of the scarlet letter being sewn on the
being
dress.
sewn on, okay.
They don't know that
Nice-
reference, but
nice
I had to read that in
mnemonic
high
advice.
school.
Yeah.
So A is for the sewing. So I get to have them for a whole semester. So we spend a whole month sewing in 8th grade. Whereas in 7th grade, we only do a week or two. And then in 9th grade, this is a 9th grade class. They get to sew the whole semester. So it's pretty fun. But
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And what are some of the projects that they make besides the bears that we're going to go around and see? Through the
Yeah.
course of a 9th grade year in sewing, what are some of the things that they make?
yeah, so the bears aren't even something that we do. It just
Not even part of the curriculum.
Yeah, it's just every year we keep making them because it is a fun fast finisher project.
Yeah.
It's a great donation type thing, which we
Sure.
donated to the police department last year. So our resource officer, actually, we gave them all to him so he could give to families when they go on calls to little kids maybe that are
comfort a
struggling.
child,
Yeah. So we did that last year, but anyway, see this rope that I guess on the podcast you can't see, but this not drawstring rope, it's called clothesline rope. What
Yeah.
we used to use for clotheslines
Yeah,
before
I
dryers.
can see that.
We make bowls in here. I learned at a conference. You just sew a zigzag in a circle and you go and go and go and go and go until you have a bowl.
Connecting the rope. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So this is one that a student didn't want to take home, but I use it for lotion
Yeah.
for the kids. But he even
Huh.
kind of messed it up, and it still looked cute. So
Yeah,
the rope
you
bowl
would
is a
not be
great
able
way
to
to
tell.
start. Yeah, for the 9th
And
grade.
it starts kind of wider and narrows at the top, so
yeah.
it holds
Well, he
things in
didn't
well.
narrow at the top, but
He's not supposed to?
No.
Oh, I kind of like the design.
know, it
actually.
kinda turned
kinda
out cute.
Turned out, has a little handle on it.
I know. I
Yeah.
tell everyone about him when they're here. I have
Wow.
to thank him someday. He'll
It's such a-
graduate next year. I'll have to go.
It's such a cool project that even if you mess up, it looks
yes,
cool.
it still looks cool. Exactly.
Sorry, you said he's graduating this year?
He's a junior this year.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll go to his graduation
Yeah,
next year and
yeah, for
hold
sure.
up the bowl or
Yeah.
something as he
That's
walks
right.
across the
There you
stage.
go. There you go.
Probably won't remember, but it has been really useful to have.
I could
so.
assign myself to speak at his graduation and mention the bowl. You know, maybe we'll do that.
He would love that, I bet.
Stay with us when we come back. More with the sewing class at Fort Herriman Middle School.
Never miss an episode of the Supercast by liking and subscribing on your favorite podcasting platform. Find transcripts for this episode and others at supercast.jordandistrict.org.
It's giving busy parents a little more peace of mind when it comes to their students getting to and from school. We're talking about Zonar MyView. It's a mobile app meant to enhance the school bus transportation experience for students and their families. The app allows parents to check on their child's school bus location and the estimated time of arrival at the bus stop each day for pickup and drop-off. If you want to join the thousands of parents already using the app, it's easy. All it takes is a few simple steps. First, download the Zonar MyView app from the App Store or Google Play. Then visit auxiliaryservices.jordandistrict.org/Zonar. That's where you'll find the school access code and directions on how to enter your student's unique ID and learn how to create an alert zone around your child's drop-off and pickup locations. Let the Zonar MyView app help you stay on top of things, knowing when a bus might be running a little late and when to get your kids going or head out to meet them at the bus stop. It's one more way for us to better connect with you.
Do you have people come down and say, I lost a button,
Yes!
can you help with this
Yes.
repair?
And you know
or
what?
bring things from home
I
and
do
say, hey,
love
can
it.
you help me
Kids
hem
all
this?
the time are coming in. Can you fix my hole? Can you do this? And other teachers too, but mostly it's the kids. And I am happy to help because I almost feel like I'm paying it forward.
Yeah.
Because before I knew how to sew, I'd go to my neighbor's house. Will you fix this? Will you help me with these curtains?
Right.
So I didn't get into teaching till I was 40 years old. So I had already been at home with kids for
Yeah.
15 years, I guess. Anyway, so I feel like I'm paying it forward by fixing people's stuff.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's...
One kid brought me something recently, though, that was all chewed up. It was the bottom of his jeans.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is going to be hard. I'm going to need a patch. I said, I could teach you to do it, or you could pay me to do it. And he's like, oh, I'm paying you. My dad said it's okay. You
So-
just do it.
So he hired you to do
Yeah,
it.
he hired me.
That's awesome. Wow.
I normally wouldn't charge, but that was a tough one.
Side hustle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like being a mechanic, I guess, you
Yeah.
know? Hey, I've got this knock in my engine. Can you help
Yeah.
me fix it? And my pants are torn at the bottom.
Yeah,
I
and
need a
people say,
repair.
do you go home and sew? No, because it's just like a mechanic's. Like, you will need a break from
Right, you need
your
a
day
break.
job.
Sure. So let's go talk to some students and
Okay.
look at this project. Hi, Lily. How are you?
I'm good.
And what are you working on right now?
I'm actually making a rope bowl for my mom for her Christmas present.
Okay, cool. And tell me about the process and what stage of the process you're in right now.
Well, at the moment I'm just getting it all set up by putting this here and starting to, get everything in place.
Oh, so you're threading
Yeah, threading the machine.
the machine? Oh, wow. It looks like you have done this many times before.
I
You
did
are a
this-
pro. You are cranking it out.
I actually did this with my grandma over the summer.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
you and your grandma have been doing some sewing?
Yeah, we did it over the summer. We had a lot of fun.
What are some of the things you made?
We made clothes for my dolls.
You made what?
Clothes for my American Girl dolls.
Oh, clothes for your American Girl dolls.
Yeah.
Very
We
nice.
had a lot of fun doing it.
So now you have it all threaded. This is a bobbin, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
I'm going to switch this black one out.
All right, show me that. So you've got black thread on the bobbin underneath. You're gonna pop that out. Wow, you are fast. That's really good.
This is threaded or else it doesn't work.
Thread the needle. Here we go.
You take this wheel here,
Yeah.
over here, and you go in. And then you just pull it out.
Oh yeah. Okay,
there
you're
you
all
go.
set to go.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, good luck with this project. Let's take a look at it here. Let's see you get started. Okay, I can see the zigzag pattern with the needle there. All right, we're gonna head down the track here, but it's great to see you and good luck. I'm gonna come back in a few minutes and see how that bowl's looking.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Cora. Tell me what you have here.
I am working on the bears that we are sending to the Children's Hospital, so I just finished on sewing some of the hearts.
So you're putting on the heart and the nose, the eyes. Are the eyes hand stitched?
Yes, the eyes are hand stitched.
Okay. And then you have a tummy right there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Looks great. Are these polar bears? They look polar.
Just teddy bears in
They're just
general.
teddy bears. Okay. So this is the front of the bear.
Yes.
And this is an assembly line set up.
Yeah.
So is this your responsibility to put all of this on the front of the bear?
Now, I think we're all just doing kind of like what is left to do. So I was gonna work on putting on the backs
Okay.
and then stuffing them.
Shall we go do that?
Sure.
All right. Here are the backs. They've been all cut out and everything, ready to go. So we're here at the machine.
Yeah.
You're all loaded up. The bobbin has white thread in it,
Yes, it does.
so you're set to go.
Yeah.
So you're going to lay the back over the
Front of the bear.
front of the bear, right? Because then you have to turn it inside out. Man. Okay. Pinning it together. You're doing this quite quickly. Obviously, you're a skilled professional at this point. Very used to the creation of bears.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be making these bears, knowing that they're headed to help kids at Primary Children's?
It makes me really happy to know that we get to help people in need at this time of year, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like we're doing a lot. We're just making teddy bears. It can really brighten people's days when they see them, when kids see them at the hospitals, when they're waiting in the
Absolutely.
emergency room.
Something their own that's unique. Everyone is unique and they get to keep it. All right. Let's see, you're getting started there. And it's a different kind of shape to make, so
Yeah,
there's a lot of twists and turns as you make this.
there are.
Oh, going at a good pace there. You're farther in than I would have thought. Is that a
It's a 5/8 seam allowance, so it's the usual seam allowance. That you
5/8
use.
seam allowance?
Yeah.
Take out the pin as you get to that.
Yeah.
As you're sewing, tell me, what is it like to be in Ms. Beard's class?
It's a really fun class. I love Miss Beard. She's a great teacher. She is super fun and just great at teaching what she does. Her assignments are really fun and they don't get boring ever.
So is this the class you look forward to during the day?
Yeah.
You've had it for 3 years now, right?
Yes, I have.
Well, that's a pretty good endorsement for any teacher that you want to make sure you have all 3 years that you're here at Fort Herriman.
Yeah. And then we're gonna stop it right here so we can have
Oh,
some
yeah.
room to stuff it.
I didn't even think about the fact that you needed to stop so you could stuff it.
Yeah. And then just snip the threads and then you trim it up and sew and then you stuff it. And then you're done.
All right.
And then
That looks awesome.
you're done. And
That
you
looks
stuff
great.
It and you're done.
So you've got the little red heart
Yep.
and the mouth, and yeah, that's really cool. Very cute. Well done. And it's soft. It's
Yeah,
very
it is
soft
soft.
and nice. Yeah, personalized too. Well done. Thank you very
you.
much for letting me watch that. I know the
course.
kids are going to love them.
Yeah.
Lily, we're back. We went and visited another student, and
Yeah.
I can already see this rope bowl is really taking shape.
Yeah.
I love the look of the stitching. I didn't realize how prominent that stitching would be.
Yeah.
And the colors on the thread, the rainbow colors of the thread and the zigzag pattern, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I have no doubt your mom's going to love it.
I know.
It's coming together really well.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Okay, well, thanks. Merry Christmas. Have fun.
Merry
All right. Thank you again for letting us visit
you
today. This
for
is such a
coming
cool
back.
project
Yeah.
and such a great class. I love your passion for it
Yeah.
and the opportunities for these kids as I talk with them. It's obvious how much they love having your class specifically, but also learning sewing as well. So
Yeah.
thank you very much
Hey,
for everything
thank
you're
you, Mr.
doing.
Godfrey.
So
I
fun to
really
be
appreciate
back.
it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Supercast. Remember, education is the most important thing you will do today. We'll see you out there.